is working better. Yes, at least we have light. I just got, wow, very bright. Okay, it's not, let me just check. Is the internet lagging? Maybe that's it. Okay, no, live. Okay. Say hi. I guess we can just keep it here and then I can. It's funny. But yes, as I was saying, I just got done from the first ever satsang with Priya, and it was so good. I had such a good time. I was pretty nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I guess it's the same as coming on here, you know? But like I said, it was well, I don't say right now, but it was very in tune with what I wanted to talk about, which was about safety and stability and the importance of embodying that in your life. It's so funny because I went in with notes and I didn't read the notes, which is fine. I guess I didn't follow a script, you know. I kind of just went with the flow. And at times I would forget what I was talking about. I think I'm just so used to being interrupted on live that I like I'm attuned to that. So having time to just speak and teach felt weird, you know, because usually I can take breaks, I can like drink water, I can think about things, I can look elsewhere and do this and do that. But I didn't do that in the satsang. But the satsang was just so good. I really, really enjoyed it. So if you guys missed it, I've decided to make it a weekly thing. So every Sunday, we're going to have satsang with Priya, okay? And, you know, I'm open to suggestions on different topics people want to talk about, you know, different questions people have. I mean, someone did say, you know, they wanted me to talk about authenticity. And the thing is, authenticity really went well with what I was talking about in terms of safety and stability. Because when you feel stable and you feel safe, then you can express your authentic self, you know? The inauthentic self is created when who you are is not validated. So it usually happens when you're a child. You know, your parents don't validate the authentic you. Hi, Pratham. Welcome. So, you know, your parents don't validate the authentic you. So your truth when you're a child. For example, let's say you say, I don't want to eat broccoli. I don't like it. It makes me sick. You know, and then that's your truth, I guess. And then your parents are like, no, you have to. Or, you know, when they force you to hug people that you don't actually want to hug. And so it means that you have been trained to abandon who you truly are, to abandon your body's needs, to abandon the voice within you. And that means that your nervous system learns to not feel safe. Is the dot on your forehead for style or spiritual? It's actually kind of both. It's a Indian beauty ritual that is it protects, so it's black, right? So it protects my energy. It activates my third eye. It makes me more aware of my third eye. So it's called a bindi. And it's placed there for a reason. It's of Indian heritage. I'm not trying to troll. Oh, I know. You're just being curious. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate your openness. Thank you. It's always good to learn, right? I mean, if I was to be like, well, how dare you ask me that? I'm offended. That means that I make it impossible for people to be open. I think in life, we should give people the benefit of the doubt, you know? Someone wants to learn something and they don't know. Why are we going to judge them for that, right? So yeah, no worries. I was thinking that because I had the satsang earlier, which, like I said, was freaking wonderful. It was just amazing. It was wonderful to be able to teach and just teach without kind of being distracted, you know? and then also to be able to have conversations with everybody and have everybody like engage with each other and talk about their personal experiences and stories and wisdom and just bounce off of each other. So if you guys missed it, you're missing out. You're missing out, you know. It was really fun. And I was saying, I've decided to make it a weekly thing. So every weekend, weekly, so 4 times a month, every Sunday, you know, we're going to have satsang with Priya, where you get to come, you can suggest what you would like me to discuss, what you would like the theme to be, and then we can, you know, I can speak a little bit on that. We can do some activities, we can speak about these things, because what you do is you create a new collective consciousness. So one of the things that came up in the satsang, right, was one of the people in the satsang thank you, Daryl. That's really sweet of you. And yeah, some guy, it's okay. You know, she has such a good soul. Thank you. That's so sweet. Hi, where are you from? I am from England. I'm Indian. And I'm from England. I live in England. That's why I have an English accent. And I have beauty's inside out. Thank you so much. What's going on, girl? Well, good. How are you? I'm actually on a high almost, because I just had a private Zoom live, you could say, you know, where I was teaching and then I had people who were able to talk to me, where I could see their face for the first time. It was wonderful. Are you from Hare Krishna Satsang? No. I created, it's called Satsang with Priya. Yeah, Satsang with Priya. Loving life. Love that for you. Love that attitude. I'm loving life too. I'm just so incredibly grateful. You know, I was saying that before the satsang, I was kind of nervous. I'm labeling it as nervousness, but it was it's excitement, right? Like the feelings the symptoms that you get from excitement are the same as nervousness. So like your heart feels faster, you feel energy in your body, and that's excitement or nervousness, right? But I think I was labeling it as nervousness. I wasn't accepting it. And, you know, one of the things I remember doing is, okay, Priya, we're talking about literal safety and stability, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about, you know, and it's all about sitting with the feeling. So if you feel nervous and you want to, you know, you want to label it, you feel symptoms and you want to label it as nervousness, just know that you can sit with it, you know, be with it. Hey Hamid, I'm well. How are you? You are from the Warkari clan in Maharashtra. Please read about some Google. Okay. Let me search you up. Warkari tribe. Clan? Oh. Oops, I spelled that wrong. I thought you were Wakari? Wakari clan. Okay, okay, I guess we're getting off topic actually. Okay, I can't find it. You got that thing, girl. Thanks. When I said everywhere, I was complimenting the fact that a lot of people these days focus on only being beautiful on the outside. Oh, Daryl, that's so sweet. Okay, when you have time, speak on your uncertainties and how you deal and handle it. हिंदी में बात कर सकते हो. हिंदी में बात हमें इतनी अच्छी आती नहीं. Just join. Hi everyone. I've been on Priya first time satsang session. It was amazing. Honestly, it took away more than I could have expected. Such a great experience. I encourage more of you to join future sessions. Thank you, Greg. Honestly, I came out of it on such a high. And I was just sweating. I was like sweating so much. Yeah, but it was so good. You know, it was so good. I just feel so much better. Obviously I felt like good going into it, but I think now Hi from the satsang we just had. So like Greg was there, you know, I was teaching about stability and safety and embodying that. And then it was wonderful because we had time for everybody to join and talk and share their experiences, which is fun because I love teaching, but I also love learning. It was a win-win. It was a win-win. So yeah, I really loved it. Okay. Someone said something. Okay, when you have time, speak on your uncertainties and how you handle them. Okay, I mean, a great, really recent example of that would be, I guess, today before I had the satsang, I had thoughts of when I was prepping for it, that I had this like script, right? I had notes. It was kind of like notes, but like in a certain way, and I didn't really follow it. And I think I expected it to be perfect, but I had to remind myself that it's about presence. It's about really being there and being present, and that is more than enough. And also trusting myself. And trusting God. I mean, so there's this thing in Sikhism, right, where you get a hukamnama. So hukamnama is like almost respectfully like a quote of the day. When they first open the Guru Granth Sahib, they open it, whatever page they open it on, they, I think, read it or like go back a page and then read it from what it says, right? An extract. And today's one was, let me read it because it was absolutely beautiful and I had it sent to me. And I thought, if this isn't a message from God, I don't know what is, okay? So the perfect Guru has blessed me with celestial samadhi, bliss, and peace. God is always my helper and companion. I contemplate his ambrosial virtues. Triumphant cheers greet me all across the world, and all beings yearn for me. The true Guru and God are totally pleased with me. No obstacle blocks my way. One who has the merciful Lord God on his side, everyone becomes his slave. Forever and ever, O Nanak, glorious greatness rests with the Guru. And I was like, that's so cute. I felt like God was with me. And that's what I was teaching about, about safety and how that not only, is to do with the nervous system, but also being one with God, about returning to your natural state. Yeah, I came out on a high too. Something dissolved in me after hearing some of the experiences. Oh, I love that. I think I could scream. Presence, realizing not our thoughts. At first, I thought you were Latina. I mean, you could pick it. But yeah, so that's how I dealt with uncertainty. The thing is, with everything, like what I was teaching in the satsang, it's about sitting with it. That's bravery. That's courage. To sit with it, to sit with what you feel, to not push it away. Because when you push it away, so pushing away looks like I shouldn't feel this. Like Greg said something really wonderful, when I expressed how I was feeling prior to the satsang. He said, he feels excited and he feels kind of nervous. And he said, he's sure that everybody else feels a little bit like that too, because it's such a new thing and it's normal. And then I realized, yeah, that's so true, because it is normal to feel like that. I was doing something new for the very first time, with people that I didn't, they didn't all know each other. I didn't really all know, I mean, some of them, yeah, like a little bit, but it was a new experience, and it's okay to feel nervous. I think sometimes we think that we shouldn't feel certain things, but I'm here to tell you that every feeling is valid. Every feeling is valid, and it should be validated. It should be felt. Every feeling and emotion that comes up is a guest in your house. It's like Rumi says, right? He says, treat every emotion, every thought like a guest in your house. You let them in, you treat them well, and you let them go. You understand that they're not there to stay. They can just leave, you're not going to push them away. You're not going to be like, I don't like you, get out. I don't validate you. You shouldn't exist. Jealousy, you shouldn't exist. Bitterness, you shouldn't exist. Anxiety, you shouldn't be here. How dare you visit me today? There's none of that. There's just, okay, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for teaching me something. And then, okay, thank you. Bye. You know, it's not being attached to them, but it's also not kicking them out and shaming them, because we're human. We're meant to feel things, you know? What is it? It says fearless in on my chest in Punjabi. Priya taught me that I have to forgive myself for all my flaws and imperfections and even learn to love them while realizing these behaviors are not me, just like your thoughts are not you. Wow. When I started to forgive myself, the more present I became because I wasn't stuck in the mistakes of the past. Oh my god, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm incredibly grateful that I was able to help you with that. Wow. Okay, ever smoke weed? Yes, I have. I used to smoke weed regularly, actually, and then I quit this year. In February or May, I think in May, and I feel better for it. You know, at first I used to think that life, I would only ever think of the positives and the highs with drugs, right? Like alcohol or smoking weed or whatever. I wouldn't think about the other aspect of it. But now I do. I see the other aspects because there are pros and cons to everything, right? But also it comes down to your relationship. I'm not anti anything. Do it, but do it consciously. It's like you know, Osho says, you want to do anything? Do it consciously. Keep your awareness there. Be present. Because then you see clarity, right? You have clarity. You don't have these goggles on, these beer goggles where you don't even know what's happening. You know exactly what you're choosing. Mr. Godly, yes, Mr. Godly, I have smoked weed. I swear I've mentioned this so many times. Mr. Godly, I expect to see, no pressure, but I expect to see you in satsang. Okay, you have to give me a darshan in on Zoom. You have to be there. I had two of my mods there. Okay, Weber was there and Greg was there. So even if it's like for a minute, okay, just say hey. I need to know who the person is. I would just love to have that interaction. To I guess thank you face to face. Oh, I should have actually. I didn't thank Greg. Greg, thank you. And Beba. I don't think Beba's here. Beba is here yet. Okay. Okay. No, thank you, Priya. Oh, stop it. I'm great. I'm grateful. I like the eloquence in your speech. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ah! Whoops, sorry. Sorry. I just accidentally clicked on something and yeah, I screamed. Priya used to do a car streams where she would just rip a bong the whole time. It was wild. That is so funny. Can you imagine? Jeez. I mean, you know, like, I'm not gonna lie, smoking weed, it brought me here, right? I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything I've done ever. Because it made me who I am today. Every little choice that you make leads you onto a particular timeline. Okay, I want to share this story, okay? Because I was watching this movie, this Punjabi movie. It's called Ashke, okay? So there's a guy who's he goes to college. He's a Bhangra dancer. So Bhangra is a Punjabi folk dance, okay? He's on the Bhangra team. He's actually the captain of the Bhangra team. His sister lives in Canada, and you know, he's going to a Bhangra competition and he's late, so the bus leaves without him. So he has to get on this bus. He has to get on this bus, this like other school. It's full of girls, right? So he gets to the place at the Bhangra. They win, you know, it's great. And then what happens is that him and the girl, they kind of have a thing going on. They, you know, they grow to like each other. The girl's mom is a principal of her school and she wants to win the trophy, and then something happens where she makes sure that his school doesn't win the trophy. What he does is he gets really mad, right? And he decides to go to the principal's house. And then, you know, he gets into a altercation with the principal and the daughter, obviously the girl he likes, and the dad. And then this means that he gets kicked out of his school. He's not on the Punga team anymore. He now lives in Canada, and he doesn't really have any career prospects. You know, he was kind of struggling, not doing well. And eventually, what happens is that towards the end of the movie, you know, him and the girl, because she ends up being married, but she's also in Canada, and they're both talking, and she realizes the truth that, you know, her mom actually, you know, manipulated the score and made him lose, which made him change the whole trajectory of his life. So, you know, they're talking about a future that could have been. Oh, if I had known the truth, we would have been together, and what a beautiful life that would have been. So, you know, what they ended up saying eventually, he said, you know, it's fine because everything happens for a reason. So even if the point of what I'm trying to say is, even if you make decisions right now that you feel on the best, okay, we'll label it not the best, like you're not making great, like, healthy choices or something like that, it's okay, because everything is happening for a reason, because you're always at where you're meant to be. That's what I believe. I used to do all those things, and like I said, I'm grateful for them. You know, I don't regret them. I don't regret not having been a pure and clean or drug-free, perfect person my whole life. I think our imperfections are the things that make us perfect. You know, I mean, we're human at the end of the day. Okay. I would love to. Okay, Mr. Godley, you have to, okay? You don't have to, but I would love that you would too. I believe in holistic synchronicity. Okay, what is that? I've never heard of holistic synchronicity. That's a joke. Today's algorithm made me find you. Lucky you! No pressure but prayer to join, but you can have a bit of pressure from me. Join us next time, my friend. Would be nice to meet you in person. Right! You're so funny. We have to be, like I said, we have to have your darshan. Maybe just read the comment. Okay, what? Okay, sorry, just give me a second. So yeah. We are always where we are meant to be. Exactly. I feel like I'm on therapy. Okay, love that. I guess that's a good thing. You know, I've never actually been to therapy. I used to have counseling. I guess with therapy, they get to, because counseling was me going there, me telling her all the problems that I had, right? Like, oh, there's this problem and this problem and this problem. And then me feeling even worse and just leaving, like crying or something. You know? But I guess therapy might be a little bit more different, maybe because they weren't allowed to give input. Like, my counselor never really gave input. I guess a little bit of validation for how I felt, but not really anything more than that. Like, I guess trying to explain why, or I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. Me and you are meant to have this conversation right now. Yes, very true. We are, all of us. Dude, I'm feeling low today. Okay, it's HD. Why? What's up? And you know, it's interesting that you say that I'm feeling low today. You know, something I love to say to my sister, and my younger sister, is sometimes she gets, like, if she gets annoyed at something, you know, I tell her it's okay. It doesn't have to be a bad day. It can just be a bad moment, if that's how you want to label it. I mean, I'm not really for labels, right? But I mean, of course it happens. Like I said earlier, I labeled something, but it can just be a bad moment. It doesn't have to be a whole day, because, you know, sometimes it can be a bad day. Not that it is for you, but in general, it could be a bad day. Then it could be a bad week. Then it could be a bad month. And then it could be a bad year. You know, because we decide to stay in those feelings. What we sometimes forget is that they're fleeting. Emotions are only meant to last in your body, I believe, for 90 seconds. And if you can just be present with them and you can just feel them, they can just disappear because you gave them that attention that they wanted. You know, when guests come to your house, they want attention. You don't just let someone into your home and they're sitting in the living room and you just walk out into the kitchen and you're just in the kitchen doing your own thing and your guests are sitting unattended, right? When guests come, you go and you treat them like God, right? Like that's what in Indian kind of Asian, I guess, hosting traditions, they say that your guest is your God. So you treat them with utter respect and reverence. And if we started doing that with our emotions, giving space to our emotions, not shaming them. Would you shame your guests? Why are you here? What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. You don't deserve to be here. It's not okay. You wouldn't do that, right? You would welcome them. You would make them, even if it's your enemy, you don't invite someone into your house and mistreat them or disrespect them. So lest we do that with our emotions that are entering our home, our body, our temple. Okay, it's a real pleasure to meet you. Likewise, Lizard Scream. Thank you. Not just me, you, yes, all of us. Okay, life hasn't been the way I envisioned. Feelings or regrets and disappointment. I'm just in my thoughts. Okay, HD, it's HD. I love that. I mean, I love that you're sharing that with me. Thank you so much, because we can unpack that in real time, because it's something that we were kind of discussing in the satsang, life hasn't been the way I envisioned. You know what that is? That is, I don't feel safe with the way that life is. I don't accept life. You are fighting life. You are saying no to life because you are saying it's not how I envisioned. So I'm not okay with the way it is right now. That is causing your suffering. Suffering is inner resistance. It's pain and resistance. It's saying no to life. It's saying these things shouldn't be the way that they are right now. My life should look different. Does that make sense? So the fact that you are resisting life is creating your suffering. That's why you feel in a low mood, right? And that's why you are now in your thoughts and you feel regret and disappointment. But it's HD. Let me ask you, is this productive? Like, how does this benefit you? Like feeling like this, or okay, feeling like this, okay. But the thing is, feeling emotions, right? You're feeling something emotionally, right? Your emotions are just symptoms. So it could be you feel really tuned. I want to invite you to like really sit with it, okay? So maybe close your eyes. Breathe. Tune into your body, right? Sit with it, okay? You say you don't feel well. Where is this? What are you feeling symptomatically? Is there a tightness in your chest? Is there a contraction in your belly? Do your arms and your feet feel tight? Do they feel tingly? Does your throat feel weird? What is it? Label it. Just label it. We don't need to say, oh, I feel sad, I feel low. None of that, okay? Where do you feel? What do you feel? Say it out loud and then just breathe through it. It's temporary. It will just go, okay? You don't have to hold on to it. What happens is, we will all have, we sometimes have days like this where we think, oh, I don't accept life, like I'm unhappy with life, okay? And then you sit with the feeling and you feel like crap. And then what happens is the way you feel informs your thoughts. So then you have thoughts like, oh my God, I really regret this. Oh my God, why did I do that? Why didn't I do this? Why did these people do this to me? Why were they like that? Why couldn't I just have had this? Why couldn't I have just done this? And then it becomes a loop. And you're stuck in it. You're stuck in a rut. But the way that you can get out of it is allow yourself to feel the feelings of, I don't feel okay today. I don't feel good. I feel like I'm not okay with with my reality right now. Treating myself as a separate person has helped me a lot. I try to be a butler for my... Oh, wow. A butler for my future self. Jeez. I love that. I've listened to Rumi. Oh, I love that. Oh, okay. No worries. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie. I don't have a favorite movie. I have a favorite... Wait, I have a favorite series that you might like. I think it was it called Unleashed? No, it's not Unleashed. What is it? Oh, gosh. Prime reality elasticity series on something. Undone. That's it. One of my favorite, the most favorite series I have ever watched is called Undone on Amazon Prime. You have to watch it. So sometimes it's kind of weird. It seems weird just understanding it. Okay, no worries. Thank you for letting me know. I'm here and this is happening. There is always suffering. You choose the suffering. Exactly. Everything's okay physically. I don't feel anything. Deep breaths. Well, except legs. They're kind of sore because I did a heavy leg day yesterday. Okay. Yes. Remember HD prayer was referring to your emotions or symptoms. Exactly. So, okay, you said that everything's okay physically. Yeah, it's not physically as in like, are you in like obviously you mentioned your legs, but you said you don't feel good. Like where are you getting this from? Where are you getting, like when if you really like breathe into your body, you become present with it. Where is it that doesn't feel good? Is this feeling in your stomach? Is it in your chest? Is it in your heart? In your throat? In your, up here? Where is it? Where is this feeling of unease? I have nice hearing. Thank you. You are missing someone. What should you do? I guess, what can you do if you miss someone? Be settle yourself into the present moment, maybe talk to them, reach out to them, let them know, write a song, I don't know, write a poem, channel your creativity, something like that. Probably the heart. My heart beats faster right now. Okay, the heart. Okay, cool. So just focus on the heart. Maybe take some slow, deep breaths. Okay, so breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Out for 4 seconds. Don't do anything for 4 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Just do this. It's called box breathing, and it's actually what people do in the national, like the CIA, I believe. Why 4 seconds? I'm not sure, but it's for 4 seconds. It's a technique the CIA, I believe, use the agents when they're in a in a like a panic, I guess, state, or when there's huge stress. It's something that regulates your mind because your breathing tells you everything. The rate at which you breathe, how you breathe, is it shallow? Have you ever noticed that when you're stressed, you're like, because I guess, when you're breathing out, what you do is you activate the parasympathetic system. So maybe it is the body's attempt to relax itself. HD, ask yourself what's worrying you and listen to every little thing that comes up, even if the things that arise hurt your ego. When these arise, deal with them one by one by making a plan to fix it. Talk to yourself like the child that was never heard. Wow. Oh my god, I love that. I love that so much. Yes. Parent yourself, you have to you have to see to yourself. That is what I was teaching today, you know, about soothing ourselves, about being there for ourselves, about being present. Don't abandon these feelings. Don't busy yourself with something else. In fact, this is the moment where you should abandon everything and sit with yourself. Focus on yourself. You know, like, figure out what you really need right now. Ask yourself, like, what is it that I really need right now? Like, pretend there's a child in you. There is a child in you, your inner child, you know? And yes, breath is huge. Breathing is profound. Profound. I mean, why is it in meditation, you know, they say focus on something like your breath. The breath is everything. The breath shows you how healthy you are. The breath shows how you're feeling. So maybe just sit and just watch your breath. And yes, adults need naps. They certainly do. And it's good. It's like a recharge, right? Do whatever you feel like you need. Don't listen to what you should be doing. Like, we have wisdom. Our body has so much wisdom, and we should honor that. And that is what being your authentic self is. It's honoring you, listening to you. Thanks, Daryl. It's also the expectations that others have of me and that I feel I've disappointed them, so maybe that's what makes me feel this way today. Okay. It's HD, you know, it's I want to validate your feelings. It is disheartening when you feel that people expected more from you, but you know, you've done the best that you could with what you knew. We all do. We're all doing the best that we can with what we know. And you're not responsible for anybody else. You're only responsible for yourself. So right now, you know, would the people who are, you know, who have expectations of you, would they want you to feel like this? They want to see a version of you that feels good, feels confident, you know, feels sure of themselves. Because then when we pour into ourselves, when you honor how you feel, then you can be the best for everybody. Then people won't be disappointed in you. But the thing is, it's not even about like what other people feel and how they think, you know, it's about you. And I know that's easier said than done, but become selfish. You know, we have to take care of ourselves first. I look like your auntie who has 4 kids. Okay, I'll take it. I've said I like and subscribe, so happy the algorithm got me here. Oh, yay! Me too. Yes, HD, you're the only one that can get rid of the feeling because it's only you that can forgive these feelings. Wow. You want to prove you're good enough to fix all those mistakes in your past, but as long as you're bound to them, you'll never truly overcome them. You'll always be doubting yourself. That is so true. That is so true. Like Daryl said, you're living in the past when you're thinking about all these things. You need to find a way to forgive yourself now. Because the more you're attached to this guilt, the more it will weigh you down, right? It becomes a burden that's weighing you down. How can you arise from it? How can you get out of it? You can't if you're continuing to stay in it. And ask yourself, is this true? Have I truly is this 100% true? Is this fact? Am I a disappointment? Because it's not fact. So who would you be if you didn't believe these thoughts? That everyone's disappointed in me? What do I call you? You can call me Priya. My name is Priya. What do I call you? Sorry, just... Okay. Living in the past. So it's HD. It's, you know, you get it consciously, right? That's the thing. Right now, you're understanding all of this. You're understanding what I'm saying, what Daryl's saying, what everybody's telling you, right? But the secret is, don't just deal with it logically. Don't just deal with it mentally up here. You want to allow yourself to feel it in your body. The only way you can release this is through your body. That is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind drives your behavior. It drives 95% of your behavior, right? So right now you're feeling something really intense. I'm a disappointment to people, okay? So what you want to do what you need to understand is that the things felt intensely and repetitively in your body, in your subconscious mind, they program you. So you will continue to feel like this. Does that make sense? You'll go through the same sort of experiences with different people at different times. So you're feeling guilty right now. And if you don't sit with it, you don't allow yourself to feel it, you'll continue to feel this. This will be a reoccurring thing. If you want to heal it, feel it. If you want to heal it, feel it. My real name is Christopher. Okay. Lovely to meet you. Okay, the problem is people like yourself don't need this advice because you're considering introspective. It's those that aren't aware and don't care, even if told, that are in a loop. You know, the thing is, it's not that I don't like forget sometimes. I do forget. I have to, it's a process, you know, that's why awareness is really important. That's why I said do anything you want, but do it with awareness. Because if I'm aware, but like for right now, like HD just had awareness, right? Like, yeah, dude, like it is in the past. You know, that's awareness. That's you being there. That's you seeing with clarity. And it's sometimes we lose moments of clarity. And when you can, it's about coming back to it. Can you come back to it? It's okay you lost yourself, but can you come back home? Can you come back home? Because home, our true home, feels safe. It has clarity. It feels stable. It's full of peace and stillness. And everybody has that available in them. And everybody can get there. Once you've tasted what that feels like, once you've felt the essence of that, that's something we were discussing in the satsang today, about if you can feel that even for a moment, then you know it's available to you and it's easier to go back. Like they say, if you've done something once, it's easier to do it again and again, right? You smoke a cigarette once, it's easy for you to go back to that, you know? I did a satsang today. Now it's going to be so easy for me to do another one. It was just the first step. So if you can do that once, sit with yourself, it'll be easy for you to sit with yourself more and more. Who would you say are the 3 most known people in the world of all time? I don't know. I get that's a very subjective question, right? It's very different for everybody. Who would you say, Tristan? Punishing yourself forever in your head will not atone for not living up to your expectations. Yeah. Amen. Yeah, sometimes makes sense. Scalp massages are amazing, great stress release. Oh yes. See, the body. Go to the body. The body holds these things. The body holds the stress. The body holds the emotions. Release them. Like when I was feeling nervous, I was jumping around. I was like, okay, I'm gonna jump around. Okay, let me focus on my breathing. Okay, let me do some meditation. You know? But Lizard is fine. Okay, I'll call you Lizard. HD, it's time to accept the bad things that can happen to good people, and good people can suddenly do bad things. It's how we resolve and make up for it. You know, also maybe not labeling them as good or bad. Because things are just things. Every situation is neutral. Like, if I take this pen, right, and I drop it, I could say, oh my god, that was so bad. It made a noise. It really made me distracted. I didn't like it. Oh, bad. Or I can say, oh wow, look how strong the pen is. I'm so inspired. Who made this pen? I'm so curious. I wonder what I can do with it. I wonder what I can draw with it. You see? There are different ways to see things. It's your perspective that dictates what you see. It's where you take your attention. I'm a 37 Australian male. Okay, no worries. You're always welcome. I would say Jesus, MJ, and the funny mustache man with what from World War II. It's subjective, but still. Okay, my opinion. Okay, I mean, for me, the most famous people would be, I guess, who comes to mind quickly? Osho, I guess Rumi does, and yeah, I guess Michael Jackson, and Mr. Bean. Oh, I love that everybody is like here sharing, you know, like helping each other. Daryl, you have to come to the satsang. It's HD. I invite you personally to the satsang on Sundays with me, your host, Priya. Where we talk about things like this, but you can, like, we actually get to see each other and we get to talk and we have a group of people who want to talk about the same thing. It's a more like sacred and intimate container. So yeah, if you can, definitely check it out. Definitely come. It's gonna be weekly. I just had one today. I had the first one today and it was really fun and exciting. Amazing. And I was sweating loads. Maybe I should stop mentioning that. But I'm keeping it authentic, okay? Okay, you have dark circles due to you not sleep enough. You know, the thing is, someone actually mentioned this ages ago before, and I remember I used to get really insecure about it, and I would feel like being triggered in my body. But the reason I have them is because I had a really short nervous system. So it happens when your nervous system is really dysregulated. So for a majority of my life, I would say about 27 years of my life, I had a dysregulated nervous system. So what happens is, even if I'm sleeping, I'm not resting, because rest comes when you're in a rest state, when your nervous system is rested. Does that make sense? And my nervous system was never rested. So even if I slept like a million hours, I would probably still have them. I was full of fear. So obviously now that I'm regulating my nervous system, you know, it's changing, and the way that you look changes as well. So yeah, I hope that helps. So if you ever see someone who has dark eye circles, it's because their nervous system is like shot up, and they just need to learn how to like regulate it. That's why I teach these things, because they actually can help, you know. And so many people don't have a regulated nervous system. That's why so many people have disease, addictions, they're suffering, they're in prison, they are stuck in toxic patterns, you know. Yeah, tragic doesn't equal evil. Love that. Considering all the influences of the internet on humanity, would we be better off without it? I don't think so. I think everything has a place in the world. I think it's how you see it. If you think that it's bad, then it's bad. It's what you take from it. It's a tool, right? I have a phone. It's a tool. I can go live on YouTube and have, you know, host satsangs and share my wisdom and, you know, have conversations like this. Or I can go and, I don't know, go on the dark web and watch awful things on there or something. It's a tool. It's all you. It's not the tool itself. I'm streaming from England. Welcome, I have Asperger's. What's your special interest? We'll check it out. Thank you. And yeah, welcome, Elton. We'll check it out. Thank you for the invite. I feel better. God presented me your stream when I was feeling low, so I don't know. There's some higher power. I don't know. This is a miracle. There is some higher power. There's a higher power that's always with you. Always, always with you, taking care of you, who loves you unconditionally. And you know, that sounds crazy because I'm just saying it, right? And you don't really believe it. But when you experience it, it's a whole different thing. And this is it. Look, you're experiencing it. You know, you didn't just see this by coincidence, because there are no coincidences. The word coincidence comes from the root word, which is coincide, which means to come together. How can something come together randomly? Nothing in this world is random. You generate it through your observation, right? It's God coming for you. So like God helping you. Like when I read the Hukamnama today, that was for me a message from God. God supporting me. God saying, "Pray, you're on the right path. I'm here with you. I'm working through you." You have something between your eyes. Yeah, it's called a bindi. Sorry to hear that. I hope you regulate the nervous system soon. Thank you. Do you believe that the internet has been a net negative or a net positive for humanity, in other words? See, Tristan, if I believe it's been net positive, it will be net positive. If I believe it's been net negative, it'll be net negative. It's what you believe. Your beliefs create borders. Your beliefs create your reality. So if I say, oh no, it's negative, net negative, boom. I've created a little border around me, right? I've limited myself. So now, even if something positive wants to happen, it can't, because I've created a border, right? I've said, no, you're stuck here. It's only negative. So positivity will try to come in and you're like, nope, all I can see is negativity. But if you say, oh, it's been positive, and then it can be open, and then positivity can flow in. Does that make sense? So nothing is predetermined. Nothing is really written in stone, other than the fact that your beliefs dictate it, you know? How do we join the satsang? Okay, so if you go on my YouTube channel, right, where it says posts, there's a post where I've mentioned satsang, and it has a link, so you can follow that link through. But I will update the link. So just give me like till tomorrow. I'll update the link. I'll create a new Zoom link, and then you'll get that delivered to you. But I mean, you can do it now as well if you want, and then you'll get a notification. But I'll just email you the new link for Zoom. But yeah, it's in my posts. I'll keep you posted. Don't worry. It's gonna be on Sunday, so we have time. So what do you in the net effect of the internet? Okay, what do I believe in the net effect of the internet? It's wonderful. It's great. Positive. Because with the beliefs you have, think about, okay, if I believe this and every belief I have creates reality, then will this belief benefit me? And welcome, you're new to this channel. Well, on this channel we discuss everything to do with spirituality, consciousness, how your beliefs and your observation create reality, how you are God disguised as a human being, how to emotionally regulate yourself, how to feel safe and stable, and all of those things if you're into that kind of self-help vibe. Beliefs create borders, pre-being a genius. Once again, I actually heard that from someone else, but thank you. It annoys me when scientists won't admit their worldview is a form of belief. I mean, I guess it works for them, right? It becomes their truth, and then they have to they have to change it, they have to admit that their whole life has been a lie because they've believed this one thing, you know? We live in a computer. Whatever you want you can have. Exactly. Personal development and peace of mind. Yes. Overall everything. Got me 013. What do you mean overall everything? Is there a correct way to oh god. Yeah, I'm not gonna. What this is saying, I'm not going to something that with a response. It's okay. I'll just okay. So yeah, if you look at your life, like for example with HD, right? He has certain beliefs, and these beliefs create certain borders. The belief of I feel like people are disappointed in me. Boom, you're limited. So that means that maybe he wouldn't have been so open to different information coming in. But it's good because he's not so steadfast on believing those beliefs. In life, I think one of the most important things is to be fluid, to be flexible, to be open. That is the sign of high intelligence. If you're just like, no, where they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, that's a lack of intelligence. That's limiting you. Because life is always changing. Change is constant. So if you can't move with the times, people who are like, oh yeah, back in the old days it was so much better. Back in the old days it was so much better. But how is that benefiting you? Because you're not accepting what is now. And then if you don't accept what is now, you create suffering and you create instability in your life. And then you only draw in stress, overthinking, anxiety, hypervigilance, control issues, disease, addiction to cope with things. I'm interested. Okay, wait. Does listening, liking a musician's music indirectly endorse their opinions? I don't think so. I don't know. Interesting question. I'm interested. I'm not religious, but I respect that some people feel that need to get it off by makes them happy. I'm all for it. Yeah, well, it's not really religious. It's more metaphysical, I'd say. I mean, of course, we can draw from religion, but it's all about truth, right? Divinity, the one truth. Um, if AI could think and be aware like a human, how would we know? How would it know it exists? How could it meditate or understand itself without a body of feelings? That's such an interesting question. I guess it's a question you'll have to pose to AI. I'm not sure. Religion holds a structure that sustains meaning over time. The atheist view of the West in our pursuit of intelligence and innovation made us throw the baby out of the bathwater when we denied God. Wow. You know, religion is um all religions are telling you the one truth, right? The one, like, it's all about oneness. It's about the fact that we're all one. It's trying to teach you that. But we can get lost because it's about how we interpret that. And you know, we don't want to externalize God. It's teaching you that God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you, right? Stay still and know that you are God. That's from the Bible. In Sikhism, you know, they tell you, apna mool pehchan, right? So recognize who you are. You're not just a human being. You're God disguised as a human. We have to empty the cup first. Exactly. You muted me last time. It's so rude, you know. I just wasn't. I muted you for a reason. I guess it requires some self-reflection there. Getting answers for I'm well, thank you. How are you? Getting answers for these questions have been akin to bleeding a rock. Thank you for a challenge. Okay. We threw out the teachings without understanding the underlying structure that hold groups together. Exactly. Want to share any spiritual experience? I mean, what would you consider as a spiritual experience? I think that, yeah. What are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about loads of things. I mean, mostly stability and safety and how everything is linked to that. That is the most important thing in your life. Feeling safe and stable. Where do we search for this, right? We search outside for stability and safety. In money, for example. Money is one of those things you just don't talk about, right? Politics, sex, and money. Don't talk about it, off limits. But why? Why is money such a sensitive subject for people? It's because our sense of security and safety is closely tied to it. But when we place our sense of safety and security outside of us, we say, oh, I need X amount of money to feel safe. I need money to feel safe. Then it becomes conditional, and that is conditional safety. And when we have conditional safety, it leads to instability. And when we have instability, the nervous system becomes dysregulated. And what is the nervous system? The nervous system is found in your body, which is the subconscious mind, which drives most of your behavior. You see how it's all linked? Your intelligence and elegant way of presence yourself makes you extra beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Slippery Hand. I aggregated the Bible, the Torah, the Talmud, the Quran, and the Hindu Vedic text by using a path integral equation to eliminate contradictions to see what remains. And, oh, I'm excited for this. And the universal law in all books is treat others as you'd like to be treated and love your neighbor as yourself. Love yourself as you love your neighbor. Because you are your neighbor, you know? You know, Daryl, you would love this book that did exactly that. It's called One, The Creator Within. It's available on Amazon Kindle for £2. It brings everything together, and it talks about the one message that not just religion but science, ancient civilizations, culture all points to. I will subscribe. You will be my religions. Okay. But it's all within you. It's all within you. I am just you, you know? Just single spiritual. I don't know. I guess if you think it is, you know? Money feeds the ego. Okay. Um, um, money feeds. See, the ego is unstable. You know, the ego always wants more. The ego always feels like everything's falling apart. Um, it needs a reason to survive. I like how you think. Do you have a science background? I do not. I don't have a science background. I mean, I studied in school, you know, like A level. But I've always been drawn to science. I guess. I mean, quantum physics, for example. Quantum physics explains everything in spirituality, like different religions, right? Like, for example, Sikhism is something that I'm learning about recently, and everything mentioned in Sikhism, like I was watching this podcast and this guy was Punjabi, right? And I'd never previously listened to anyone who was Punjabi of a particular religion talking about things from quantum physics and how they are portrayed in Sikhism. And I was like, this is blowing my mind, because my spirituality was always sourced from the West, but the source of it and like what these like Eastern traditions talk about, like if you really understand and you get to it, right, the meaning of it, it's mind-blowing. um Amazing to see you here on Priya. Very interesting and engaging, I must say. Thank you. Wait, Rupinder, did we go to school together? Are you that Rupinder? Thank you for your book suggestion, Priya. That was kind of you. No problem. You let me know what you think of it, okay? I haven't actually finished it, so but I'm getting through it at my own pace, which is great. Speaking as a man, I wanted to touch on what you said about that conditionality is instability. Men feel we only deserve love if we can provide, which makes love feel conditional for us. Wow. That's deep. Wow. Wow. What would I say to that? So, I don't know how to rectify that in my own head. I don't believe it's true that our worth is only what we can give. Yes, we keep it. Oh, thank you, Rupinder. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. You know, I think that's a really great point that you brought up, Daryl, about that. But I mean, okay, for example, let's say some women, because we have a womb, right? We can have babies. So maybe some women feel that they're not true women if they don't birth a child, and that their worth is only in that the fact that whether they can have a child or not, you know? But that's not true. Your worth is inherent. You know why? Because you are God. You are God in disguise. There is the light of God within you. So God is always worthy. So you are worthy regardless of what you do. But this whole providing and stuff, I guess it's like your programming as a man, right? Like this is your program. Provide and protect, you know, and that's how you run with the program, and it makes you feel good, and it makes you it helps you provide something to life. Like for example, with women, like we have different characteristics, right? We can feel, and we're here to create life. You don't have to create life, like, you know, you could, but you can birth other things into existence. And like feeling and emotions and being and holding space and nurturing, you know. It's not to say that if I didn't do those things that I wouldn't be worthy, because that would be a lie. I'm always worthy. I'm God. God is always worthy, right? You can't ever not be worthy, but it's something that I guess helps your system. Like for example, I'm here, you know, to help, like to share this with people. And if I don't share my wisdom with people or do things like this, does that make me unworthy? No. It just means that I'm not fueling my creativity, and I'm not giving, like sharing with the world. And maybe that's where my true joy lies, where I'm sharing, because I'm not just sharing with the world, I'm sharing with myself, because the world is me. I hope that makes sense. I love machine learning and quantum physics and interested on all the sciences. I nerd out on it. I love that. Love that. I'd love for you to share some things that you learn, if you know, at any point that you feel like it's relevant to. You like the fabric of the cosmos for 1 hour videos. Okay, you know what? Let me search that up right now. I think my phone will die soon, by the way, guys. Fabric of the cos. Okay. Okay. Oh, Brian Greene. Okay, I feel like I need to go read Brian Greene. David Eagleman, The Brain is another good watch. Okay. Let me get it up. David Eagleman. Okay, perfect. Hey, do you remember me? I thought we were not me again. Hi, I think so. Welcome. Hey, it's something maybe I can speak about over the Zoom call. I think it's a deep matter. Of course, yeah, for sure. This Sunday, see you there. Wait, Turbo Munch, did you say something else? No? Okay. A cat is placed in a box with a quantum event that has a 50-50 chance of killing it. Oh, is this Schrodinger's cat? A cat is placed. I love that you're sharing that. Thank you. A cat is placed in a box with quantum event that has a 50-50 chance of killing it. In quantum physics, until someone opens the box and looks, the event hasn't settled on one outcome. Yes, the observer effect, right? So the cat is considered both alive and the dead at the same time. Once you observe it, the superposition ends and the cat becomes just one or the other. That's an experiment that Schrodinger used to mock the absurdity of quantum mechanics. Okay. So yeah, it's about the observer effect, right? That the observer generates the reality. That's what I talk about here, right? About it's not just a theory, it's life. It's how life functions. The cat is just an illusion. I was listening to this Shabbat. So a Shabbat is so if I can get this right, it's something from Sikhism, so it's like a part of the Guru Granth Sahib, right? The holy book, and it's sang. So something that was said in the Shabad was that life is like fog. It's as fleeting as fog. It's as fleeting as a dream. It is a dream. That's why we wake up. We become spiritually awakened, right? That's the whole point of it, like to awaken our consciousness and to be like, this is a dream. I'm generating this dream. For example, think about it. Let's say you're dreaming. I come in your dream and I say, you're not dreaming. This isn't a dream. This is real. This is real. And you say, no, it's not real. No, wait. Am I saying that right? Yeah. I come to you when you're dreaming and I say, look, you're dreaming. This is just a dream. And you say, it's not a dream. Everything looks real. Look, I can touch things. They're people. I'm talking to you. I can see myself in the mirror. Of course it's not a dream. And then you wake up and you realize it was a dream. That's like life, you know? I'm here telling you it's a dream and you're saying, no, it's not a dream. I'm talking to you. I'm touching things. And then eventually when you awaken, when your consciousness awakens, you realize it was just a dream. I forgot you. You're here now, and that's all that matters, right? I love the thought of perspective and reality. Thank you. I think we can unify physics by treating gravity and emergent macro-scale phenomena of the electromagnetic force. Okay, you lost me there. But I love it. I love it. Okay, guys. It's going to have to be a short one. We are living in God's dream. I love that, Greg. Love that. Very true. But yeah, my phone is like on 4%, so I'm gonna have to call it a day. I think I've done I've reached the quota of I'm getting too excited with this convo. Oh no, I'm gonna have to leave. Well, Maki, you're subscribed now, right? And I have conversations like this often, so you're free to watch my other lives. You're free to join me on my satsang on Sundays. And thank you so much for your valuable time, everybody. Thank you so much for your comments, for your support. So yeah, thank you. It was nice meeting all of you. Hopefully see you tomorrow when we're back again. Thanks, Greg. Thank you. Okay, peace out, guys. Be happy. I'm kidding. Just be authentic. Feel whatever it is you need to feel. Feel it to heal it. Okay, bye. Love you.